good? What's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? How am I doing today? It is 55 degrees today in December. Not even like in the beginning of December either. Like the middle of December, it is friggin' 55 degrees today. Crazy! Global warming, melting, permafrost. We're all gonna die, but not the way they told us we would. Anyway, this is ExJw video, and if you are new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, the back of your head looks amazing. And I know you haven't gotten the back of the head compliment ever. And if you have, this is the first one you got today. So if you want to thank me, you can thank me by simply saying, thanks, Jay, in the comment section if you're, already subscribed. But if you're new, subscribe. Anyway, I just want to get to the video today because these thoughts have really been on my mind a lot lately. These are the thoughts that I couldn't get to while I was doing all the crazy house stuff. But I can talk to you guys now, so I want to really get it out of my head. I've been thinking about it. Like, after you sit down and you watch the organization, you watch how they do and you watch how they treat people, and you just watch their mannerisms all together, their entire strategy, everything that they do, you notice they spend about a good 70% of their time trying to convince their members that they're not mighty, that they're not strong, they're not worthy, they're not smart enough, they don't have what it takes to be successful and be happy. They are trying to just convince their people that they're not good enough. And then they spend the other 30% of the time trying to convince them that they are the ones who have all the power, all the strength, and everything necessary in order for them to be happy. And you can't do it without them. That's what they spend all of their time trying to convince people of. And it's really it's not only is it ridiculous, obviously it's ridiculous, but people believe it, people buy into it. Because the way they do it, they keep it going. They methodically, just every single opportunity they get, they're trying to tell people, well, you can't lean upon your own understanding. You're just a dumb human. You need God and his organization. You can't do that. You're not as strong as God. God is the one who's almighty. You can't get through situations by yourself. Just think about it. Anytime you've ever came up with a brilliant idea, whenever you've come up with a means to get out of a situation that you thought you wouldn't be able to get out of, what do they tell you to do? Do they say pat yourself on the back and say, hey, good job, way to go? They say no, go thank Jehovah. Praise Jehovah, you did it. Oh, without Jehovah, you wouldn't have been able to think of that. It's always something that takes away from you and really dims your light. And you know what I mean? Really takes away from your amazingness and gives it to somebody else. You can believe in God. Okay, that's fine if you want to. But also believe that you were created then, right? If you're going to believe that you're created by God, then believe in that. Okay. You don't have to give him the credit for being amazing and brilliant, because people will use that to try to convince you that you're not amazing, and try to convince you that you're not brilliant, and try to convince you that you need them in order to be happy in life and be successful and to overcome issues and things like that. And they'll control you and they'll take from you. In life, period. There are certain animals out there, right? Like, you think of the lion. You know how powerful and strong and mighty a lion actually is. You know it, right? You know how intelligent they are, how they work together, and how they're one of the most successful breeds of animal on the planet. That's why they're called the king of the jungle, right? But even the king of the jungle know not to mess with a full-grown adult elephant. You don't mess with a full-grown elephant. They're too big, too strong, and just too powerful. You can't beat them. I don't care if you have a pride of 100 lions. You're not taking down no elephant. The elephant will take down 100 of you before you can take down one of them. So you know what the lions do? They attack the babies. They attack baby lions. They attack baby elephants because the elephants that are children haven't gotten their mightiness yet, haven't gotten their power yet. So if they could just distract the mighty parent, they can get to the younger, less powerful child and they can have a feast. The organization is trying to convince you that you are not mighty, that you're a baby elephant. You're not a real, strong, massive, behemoth elephant. You're a weakling. Can you imagine an adult elephant just laying down and letting the lions just ravage them? Could you imagine that? Like, does that make any sense? Because it shouldn't. It shouldn't make no sense at all. That should be crazy. Because the elephants can fight and defend themselves, and they don't need no help from nobody. This organization is trying to tell adult, mighty people that they are not, so that they can lay down and be ravaged by this organization. And trust me, it ravages them. It rips them apart. It tears their family apart. It tells you that you're happy even when you're not. Like, we're not even going to begin on how much gaslighting happens inside the organization. What do you mean you're not happy? You're eating every day, right? You got food and you got clothing and a roof over your head. What do you mean you're emotionally scarred? What does that even mean? Like, you're not able to be happy, to be unhappy, even though you have these other things? Like, you're not worthy of being unhappy because you have things that some people don't have? This organization robs you of your happiness and tells you that you're happy. They take it from you and they be like, you're happy, you're good, right? I mean, yeah, you haven't talked to your daughter in years. I'm sure you will in the new system, or maybe not. I don't know. It's whether or not she comes back to God's organization. That's the only thing that matters. Can you imagine God creating you, for the people that believe in God? Can you imagine God creating you and giving you the maternal instincts to protect and love your child, and then having a group of people who have a proven track record of being wrong about a lot of things convince you that what they say and what they determine is more important than the maternal instinct that God put inside of you to protect, look after, and defend your child, not just while they're children, but throughout life? That's a parent's job. I've seen elderly parents come to the defense of their child. I've seen it. I've seen people who had to leave their parents or whatever for a long period of time, be it they went to the army or they had to go on some mission or something like that, or they just weren't able to be around for other reasons. When you come back and you can experience that time with your child, it's a feeling that you cannot describe. It's a feeling of joy and happiness that you cannot describe. And this is the thing. In that organization, for you to feel that feeling with your child that's still alive, that still wants to be with you, that still wants to talk to you, they're telling you, maybe the new system, maybe. Unless they get killed, then it's never. You can have that feeling today. Pick up the phone, call that child. If you believe that God is an intelligent God, if you believe that your God is not some evil monster, then pick up the phone and call your child. Give them a call. Or call your parent. Either way it goes. You have to understand that that organization is not there to help people. Never has been. Never will be. That organization is there to get power and keep power. Because as long as they have power, they can take from you. They don't want just power for the sake of having power. No, they want to take your money. They want to take your work. They want to take any and everything that they can use to benefit themselves. They're already not paying taxes. They're taking all that money and they're pocketing it, using it to destroy more families. They're making all that money and then they're using it to get more money by destroying more families. You have to understand and remember, you are mighty. That organization is just trying very desperately at this point to maintain their grip on power, because people are waking up and they're noticing that they don't have to listen to these crazy idiots. They do not have to partake in the craziness that's destroying families and destroying lives and just destroying love that people usually have with each other. Natural, normal love. You want to talk about natural affection? The natural affection between a parent and a child is a bond that crosses all type of species, probably all type of universes. You know what I'm saying? That's a bond that is undeniable. And that organization attacks that bond. That disqualifies them for being God's mouthpiece instantly, or at least it should. The moment you attack that's like attacking somebody's like being hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should never be hungry. Like, that's something that's inside of us that we need in order to be happy and to survive. We need food. We need love. And we need love from certain people more than anybody else. We need love from our parents and from our children. We need that. If you go through life and you had parents that didn't love you, or you felt like they didn't love you, or you had children that didn't love you and didn't respect you and didn't care about your well-being, these are emotional, like, damaging things, like really emotionally damaging, to the point where you could literally die of a heart attack or a stroke or just stress-related illnesses, you know? Like, it's literally making you sick. So if you can literally get sick from the stress caused by not being able to be with the people that you love, how is it God's organization if it takes a position where they openly just acknowledge that they destroy those type of bonds? That's literally against any God you could ever believe in set up. The way the God you believe in set up things to be, that destroys it. How can you then say you're God's organization? I'll wait. Anyway, bit of a rant, bit of a long rant, but it just that really just been on my mind. Just how they're trying to rob people of their happiness, how they try to rob families of their happiness, and how they just really just overall try to convince people that they're not powerful so that they can take whatever little power that they have and use it to hurt people. You remember back when you was a Jehovah Witness, how powerful you felt the elders were, the circus overseer, the governing body, that's so powerful. I'm just a measly human. How can I? And now that you're out, you're like, get off my property. I don't want you ever contacting me again, you powerless idiot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope y'all having a great day. Think about what I said today, or not. I don't know. It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Holla at your guala. Deuces.